Right. Ready?
Ready for what?
Christ's sake, what do you think? The broadcast.
Oh, still got a couple of hours.
On air in 10 minutes.
What? I'm not ready.
Get a grip. Talk me through the top story.
It's the
Seriously? We just spent the last 2 hours drilling it into you. Were you even listening?
No, I was definitely listening. It was just that,
Laura, dickhead over here wasn't listening.
For God's sake, Larry, we don't have time for this.
I said this was a bad idea.
Well, we don't have anything else.
I told you he wasn't up to it. Not up to anything, is he?
Hang on. Just give me a chance, okay? It's the race thing, right?
Oh, wow. He can remember one thing.
All right, Larry, let's give it a go. Sit in the chair and we'll have a test run. So, the music's coming in, we're talking, we're laughing, isn't life wonderful? And hello, and welcome to FUN News with a special evening broadcast. I'm Laura and this is Larry. Why don't you introduce yourself, Larry?
Hello.
We're screwed.
Shut up, Chris. Go on, Larry. What do you have to say about the recent comments?
I think racism is a good thing.
Hang on. You can't say that.
I thought you wanted me to agree with it.
Yeah, but you can't agree with the racism. It's the freedom of speech and... Just get out of the way. Listen up. I'm Chris, and if you think that we should censor people's opinions, you're a fascist and you deserve to die.
Thank you, Chris. That's exactly what we need.
Thank you.
So, Larry, just do that.
What? After all that, you still want that presenting? Just do the sensible thing and let me do it.
We've been through this. It's Laura and Larry. So accept it and move on.
I'm not sure about all this.
You're right. Laura and Larry sounds awful.
You're telling me.
You need to sound more authoritative than Larry. Lawrence. That'll work. Makes you sound like you know what you're talking about.
I thought we didn't listen to experts anymore.
We do if we agree with them.
No, I mean, this topic, it's a bit, well, we're not exactly qualified to talk about this, are we?
How come?
Well, 3 white people talking about racism, I mean, isn't that a bit...
We're just giving a voice to the other side of the argument. It's called being balanced.
But surely we...
On air in 2 minutes.
What? I thought we had more time than that.
Come on, sit down, Larry. Lawrence.
But
Sit. So, follow the script, don't rush, and just have fun, okay?
Okay.
And smile. No one wants to see you looking like that. Remember, teeth and tits.
Yeah, teeth and tits.
Chris, we've talked about this. That is not appropriate language for the workplace.
What? But you just... Never mind.
It's all very simple, Lawrence. Just go with the flow.
I suppose,
And speak nice and clearly.
But not too slow.
And not too fast either.
And smile for the camera.
Just not all the time, because you'll look weird.
And don't look directly at the camera.
But treat the camera like your audience, so look towards them.
But not at them.
Never straight at them.
Bit like the sun.
Remember, there's no pressure.
Apart from getting the show cancelled.
And making a fool of yourself on national TV.
And then there's also...
Shut up and let me do my fucking job!
Good evening and welcome to a special broadcast of FUN News. Following a prominent actor's comments that racism isn't an issue in the British film industry, we decided that we should address the topic in an entirely balanced way. I'm joined this evening by Lawrence, who's got some strong opinions on the topic.
Indeed I do, Laura. The left-wing, liberal, snowflake, communist media have conditioned us for so long that we think anyone having a different opinion is the enemy, but I have had enough! He is entitled to his opinion as much as anyone else, and to be honest, maybe a little bit more. I mean, Laura, you ever worked in the film industry? No, of course you haven't, and neither have I, but he has, and that means he has much more of an idea of what goes on than we do. But I can speak on behalf of this studio, and what I can say is that no member of our office has ever suffered racial abuse. Not one. So maybe he's right. I mean, sure, racism, it was a big issue in the past, but now I think we should spend a little less time trying to be woke and look at the world around us, because I think there's far more reason to be happy than some people would want us to think.
Well, that was certainly something. We're going to take a quick break now, but we'll be back with some more strong opinions in just a few minutes.
Hello?
Silence in the court.
What?
All rise for the Right Honourable Laura Jones of FUN News.
Be seated. Larry Hawthorne, you stand before this court charged with inciting hate crime through the medium of broadcast news. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
We'll see about that. Will the prosecution please bring forth its first witness?
The court calls to stand Lawrence of FUN News.
Oh no.
Lawrence, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
It depends what the viewers want.
Good enough. Lawrence, did the accused, through the use of facetious and reckless reasoning, claim that racism is not an issue in this country?
Oh yeah, repeatedly.
And is there any evidence for this?
Well, yeah, it went out live on air. I mean, I can find it for you on YouTube if you like.
That won't be necessary.
But it's not what it looks like. They forced me
The
to...
accused will remain silent until they are called for questioning.
He brings up an interesting point, though. If he was coerced to say these things, he's just a mouthpiece for the station. None of this would be his fault. Was that the case, Lawrence?
Oh, no, it was his idea. He wanted the show to skew to the right. The others weren't sure, but he just wouldn't let it go. No, that's not what happened.
This is your final warning. If you can't be silent, you will be tried in your absence.
Anything else to say?
Well, if you watch the footage back, he doesn't actually read that script. He's just saying what comes into his head. And if you look really closely, he's really enjoying it.
No further questions. Your Honour, the prosecution rests.
Thank you. We will now hear from the defence.
I want to...
Quiet! Silence in the court! The defence rests. Larry Hawthorne, this court finds you incredibly guilty.
No, wait.
You'll be taken away from this place and hanged by the neck until you are dead.
I'm...
Take him
I
away.
didn't want this to happen. It was all Chris, and then Laura. She sort of started ganging up on me, and I couldn't do anything, and I didn't want to, and it wasn't my fault. I don't want to die. I was just following orders.
What are you talking about?
The court and the trial and
I'm sorry?
It was a... Sorry, I must have dozed off. It's just, I was on trial and you were there.
Larry, I don't give a shit. If you're going to have a breakdown, just do it quietly, okay?
It's just with the show and everything. And look, I know I went a bit off script. And
A bit?
I just sort of started saying stuff and it sort of sounded right, so I kept going on. And now I'm just a bit worried it was a bit much and I had too much fun. No, not fun. Obviously, I didn't enjoy it or anything. Well, maybe a little bit, but what I'm trying to say
Larry,
is...
shut up. You did one broadcast. You made a bit of a tit yourself, but who cares? You said some controversial shit, so that should get us the attention we need to get out of this mess. And then everything will go back to normal. I'll be presenting, you'll do the research, and then we can...
Lawrence, you are a bloody genius. You did it.
What do you mean?
The ratings are through the roof. We're the 4th trending topic on Twitter, and the Daily Mail loved it. We're a hit.
Glad to hear it. Well done, Laura. Always believed in you.
Of course you did.
So, now we can get back to normal and I can go back on the air.
No, you don't understand. They want Lawrence. He's our star.
Right, okay. Yeah, sure, we can give him a little feature every night and then...
No, Chris. It's all about him.
What? No, I can't do that.
Of course you can. You were a natural last night.
No, I'm with him. I've worked my arse off for the last 5 years and I'm not getting kicked out because of some little...
Chris, we're not letting you go. Of course, we'd never let that happen.
I should hope so.
We still need someone to research the stories, do our jobs, fetch the coffees.
You can't do that to me.
And then we'll make sure that you get your airtime. You can be the other side of the argument. We've got to look balanced.
I'll still get to be on the show though, right?
Of course.
And this is just trying stuff out to see what works, right?
Definitely.
So when the audience sees how great I am, you'll give me my old job back.
We'll see what happens.
Look, Laura, I don't want to seem ungrateful, but I really can't do this.
What are you talking about?
I got through yesterday, but surely it was a fluke.
Of course not. You were born to do this.
I mean, maybe, but... Look, I'm fine doing it the once, but if I keep saying all this, will people think I actually believe all this stuff? I don't want them to think that I'm a, you know...
Do you believe it?
Of course not.
Then on camera, you're acting. You don't need to believe it. You just say the words and you say them convincingly and then you're done. What the audience think, well, let me put it like this. Would you rather be ignored by everybody or hated by some, but loved by so many. And believe me, they really love you.
I mean, do they really?
You know it.
Well, I suppose, I could try.
That's the spirit. Now, we've got a lot of work to do. Chris, can you get us some coffee?
I'm sorry.
Coffee, can you get some? I thought that was fairly obvious.
Send Larry. I'm busy.
I need to talk to Lawrence about the next show.
I mean, I can get them if you need.
No, Lawrence. Chris can get them. Let's give him something to do, eh?
Oh, well, in that case, 2 sugars, please.
Right.
Now, Lawrence, the studio's got big plans for the show. Studio audience, big marketing campaign, merch. We're going to make you a star. So, are you in?
Well, yeah, okay then.
I'm so glad to hear it. This is going to change your life forever. In episode 2 of Balancing Act, Laura was played by Leeza Hardy, Chris by Daniel Bates, and Larry by Harry Cowper. The project was created by the company and scripted by Harry Cowper. It was edited by Leeza Hardy and Daniel Bates. Balancing Act is a Play the Subtext production for the Try Me Love Me Festival.